What if leadership wasn't about a title, but about responsibility? Have you ever tried to help someone grow, but couldn't help but feel like you yourself weren't growing? What if God doesn't call the qualified, but qualifies whoever he calls? Here it is. If you grab one thing today, grab this. Leadership isn't position, it's influence. It's like having 10 followers on Instagram that actually listen to you. That is way more beneficial than having 10,000 followers who don't care what you do. Leadership starts with your character. Before God can do work through you, God has to do work in you. Leadership isn't built on talent. It's built on character, credibility, consistency. Titles can be given, but trust, that has to be earned. Kind of reminds me of Proverbs 11:3. The integrity of the upright guides them. Let's be honest, everybody wants to be the captain until the boat starts sinking. Real leadership shows up when things get tough, not just when it looks perfect and beautiful on social media. Here's something to think about. What is God building inside of you before he builds anything around you? Leadership is servanthood. If serving is beneath you, leading is beyond you. Think about Jesus washing his disciples' feet. One of the prayers that I try and commit daily is, Lord, bless me with a servant's heart. May I be a servant leader. And it makes me think about Jesus when he washed his disciples' feet. And he didn't come to be served. He came to serve. That's what real leadership looks like. Jesus flipped leadership completely upside down because real leaders don't demand honor. They earn it by serving. It's like volunteering your time, no matter what that looks like, no matter what your position is. You're going to be the head pastor and you're going to help fold up them chairs after service. Or maybe you're a leader in the church and you decide to help pick up trash after a service or a youth service, worse yet, a youth service. Maybe people aren't seeing you do that, but that's not the point. The point is having a servant leader's heart. The Son of Man did not come to be served. He came to serve. Boom. Leadership is going to require some vision because people don't really follow the person. They follow the vision. They follow a purpose. Check this out from Proverbs. Where there is no vision, people will perish. So there are managers and leaders in life. Without vision, you're not a leader, you're a manager because the leader is going to pour that vision into you as a manager. The leaders tell the managers what to do. Leadership answers the questions, why are we doing this? Where are we going? How are we going to get there? How are we going to do it together? A GPS, that's one of the most incredible things ever. But if you don't know where you're going, the GPS ain't worth nothing. If someone followed your life right now, where would you lead them? The moment you stop learning, you stop leading. As leaders, we need to constantly be open to learning more, always hungry to learn more. No matter who the person is or what the situation is, as leaders, we got to be ready to learn. Leaders must remain teachable. Forget about your pride because your pride is going to block your growth. Your humility is going to accelerate it. Even Jesus went like 30 years learning before he ever started preaching publicly. We live in a culture right now where everybody wants to post success, but they don't actually want to practice success. Now, I'm not really concerned about the heart. The appearance is all that matters to me because if it appears that I'm successful, well, then everybody else will believe it. Success is not what you achieve, it's what you leave behind. Here's something really neat to think about. The goal of leadership is not followers. The goal of leadership is more leaders. Jesus, he built a movement. He didn't just build a ministry. This is an interesting exercise. If you leave the room, if you leave your church, if you leave the situation and everything falls apart, you weren't leading, you were babysitting. That's an interesting distinction. Where is God calling you to lead right now? What part of your character needs to grow? Who is God asking you to serve? Who are you raising up behind you? Last brain bomb I'm going to drop on y'all. Leadership is stewardship. And one day, we're all going to have to appear before God and answer for how we used it. I want to thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Listen, if this video blessed you at all, if it spoke to you, if you took anything from it, please consider sharing it with a family member, a friend, or a coworker. That's your way to share the gospel, and I'll see y'all in the next one.